W8WKY.
This is AB8MO Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar, doing a little bit of pre-show, seeing if anybody on RF who may be listening on the repeater would like to get in before I open the floodgates of NetLogger and start checking people in off of NetLogger. This is AB8MO. Please call.
Echo 8 Tango Quebec Romeo KE8TQR.
All right, got it saved by Keith. I was about to check to see if I was connected to the right node. Got you in there, Keith. Anybody else?
Good evening. This is KG4SCK.
For checking before I open up NetLogger, seeing if anybody wants to get on the list. Other than that, you're going to get further and further bumped down the list. So trying to give a fair chance to those who may not be able to come in on NetLogger. If you'd like to check in for the Beacon Net that starts at 10 o'clock, please call EB8MO. Don't everybody jump all at once. Hello, Keith. How you doing this evening? Did you do anything after the Hamfest?
No, I pretty much just stayed down here in the shack most of the day until the wife called me for dinner and played a little radio, talked to a couple of different people, and yeah, that was about it.
Well, I mean, that sounds good. I'm not sure there was a whole lot that could be done outside, although when I drove down to Medina, the rain held off. It was just cloudy. It wasn't super cold, but certainly wasn't warm, so I was able to go see Karen and Bob and meeting her siblings, so that was cool. I didn't stick around the whole time, but I'm glad I went. So I don't know that I would have gone to both, so maybe it was good I stayed home for the Hamfest, because I probably would have been too tired to go after walking around the Hamfest all evening there. So it's great to hear there, Keith. Well, I guess I might as well ask you, are you going to stick around for the whole show, or are you just going to be in and out there?
Well, Andrew, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I'd like to hear the trivia question, maybe get my answer in there, and we'll see how long we can stay around. But yeah, I plan to be here for as long as possible. KE8TQR.
No, you're doing well so far, Keith. You are on the top of the list for the regular call-up, so you'll be the first one. So hopefully you'll know the answer. Eric KE8VZA is doing trivia, so I don't know what the trivia is. I'm just the affectionately called the logger and node squasher. So hopefully I won't have to do any of the node squashing part, but I can do that if we need to. So we'll get to you probably about 5 minutes after the top of the hour. Oh, which reminds me, I probably should make another announcement for that. Let's see here. The extra classes. Let me see if I can find it on the internet. Do you have your extra class there yet? There's some classes going on in November. If you don't mind driving all the way to Warren.
I got my extra class back on April 1st at one of Stefan's exams over there in the church in, I forget where it was now. I know it was in a church, but yeah, I took the class on April 1st and passed. So yes, I do have it. Thank you. And don't forget Mark. I did hear him out there.
Okay, Mark, stand up.
KG4 SCK standing and waving.
Oh, that's what I'd like to hear. I must have doubled it to yourself because I didn't hear you at all. How you doing there, Mark? Let me get one more call here, and then I'm going to open up NetLogger here and open the floodgates here. Any other person on the repeater who may not be able to get on NetLogger would like to get on the list, please call ABMO.
ABMO, Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. How you doing, Andy?
Okay, I got two in there. I got Phil, WB3K, doing okay. And I got Chuck, WB4AIZ. Chuck, are you just in and out this evening?
Yes, sir. Make it easy on you. And your name's SLG or I never get it right. FLG or SLG. Anyways, I'm just in and out.
Well, none of the above. This is ABMO. But that's fine. All right, got you in there, Mark. You sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Anyway, all righty. I am going to momentarily open up NetLogger and start checking people in there that way. And let's see here. Keith, you are first on the list of the regular list. Mark, KG4SCK, then WB3K, and then WB4AIZ Chuck, who will be in and out. I guess I better mark them. Yep, there we go. Got them checked out. Stand by, folks. Let me get NetLogger opened up. This is ABMO.
You do have my name is Chuck, right? WB4S.
All right, got you in there, Chuck. What did I call you? Sorry. Okay, Chuck. Yeah, I have you written down as Chuck. I'm sorry if I called you something else there. Got you marked in and out. ABMO NetLogger is now open.
Call me anything you want, but late dinner. 4S.
W8WKY.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
CQ, this is Kilo Echo Quebec Whiskey Echo. I'm here to do the pre-show for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net. But first thing I better do is go ahead and read the spiel. Welcome to the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, Mike on the Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. I will be doing the pre-checks for tonight. This is a directed net and all traffic needs to go through net control. If there's any priority or emergency traffic, you can break in at any time. I'm going to take a break and make sure we don't have any. Okay, it's all quiet, which means everything's good. The net is on the following. The Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater on 147.39 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node of 48,496. An Echolink connection of Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee dash Romeo. Okay, we got that done. First thing first, you got to go through the Mickey Mouse roll call. I know some of the guys are going to be here, some of them aren't. So let's go up, see if we have Nick and Knight. Kilo Echo 8, UKO. Nick, are you there? KE8, QKO. Okay, I need to know he will be here for the start of the net. Kilo Echo 8, QWE, that's me. I'm sure I sound like me. I'm sure everything's working. Let's go see if just Nick is going to be here. He said he might not be in range. KD8 SLG. KD8 SLG. Okay, looks like just Nick's not there. Let's see about the Squatch of Madonna. He said he might not be here tonight. KD8 EPC. KD8 EPC. Well, I'm not having a lot of luck. Let's go see if Andy's there. I'm sure he is there. He's the logger extraordinary. AB8MO, Andy.
Yeah, we're painting net logger green here real quick here. This is AB8MO. I'm here. And I guess if Nick doesn't show up, I guess I'll run the net. Well, hopefully he will. He probably forgot. So if that occurs, I might just defer logging, co-logging duties to Eric. But that's only if Nick doesn't show up. So with that, I am here, and Eric will be our trivia master tonight. This is AB8MO.
Okay, Andy. Well, that sounds good, but I have a feeling that Nick will be here. So I'm going to go ahead and clear with AB8MO. KE8VZA. Hello, Eric.
KE8QWE. This is KE8VZA. Hi, Mike. How you doing? Hello, everyone. This is Eric in Strongsville, standing by with the trivia question. Back to pre-net control.
Eric, you sound great. You're full quieting on the repeater with excellent audio. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and clear with KE8VZA. I'm going to run down through who we have for right now. Let's see, we have KE8TQR. We have KG4SCK. We have Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. We have K5CFY, which is Ray, which he won't won't be here until the net starts. I believe he's on the AA net tonight. And we have Chuck in Florida, Whiskey Bravo 4 AIZ. We have KA8MNT, which is Tom. We have KE8YUG, which is Josh. And we have Whiskey 3 ETB, which is Eddie, out in Annapolis, Maryland. So, if I have missed anybody, please holler. Okay, we got that done. If you would like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
KAQKL.
Hello, Nick. I knew that you would. I knew you would be here. So, okay, if you want to get on the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, just come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name.
Good evening. This is Kilo Echo 8 Mike Yankee, Chris in Amherst, but I'm going to do alphanumerically KE8MMY. You got an indicate in there, and y'all be staying around for the net, but I'm going to run and do some groceries and stuff down that road while I'm waiting.
Okay, Chris, that sounds good. You are on the list, and we will give you a call when the net starts. Okay, is there anyone else? If you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please. Well, looks like this is starting off as a slow night, but I've had this before, and the next thing you know, I have all kinds of folks checking in. Okay, if you'd like to join us, come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
W2 JLS, John in Fairlawn.
Whiskey 1, Bravo Kilo Zulu, W1BKZ Pete.
Okay, we picked up Whiskey 2 JLS. Hello, John.
Hey, good evening, Mike. Yeah, I saw you today. You were on your way out, so unfortunately I didn't get to catch up with you at all, but it was good seeing you nonetheless. You can count me in for the show, so I'll be here standing by. Back to you, sir.
Well, John, I didn't see you, but I was tired. I bought a bag full of junk. I figured, well, I better get out of here and get on home. So welcome to our net, and I hope that you found some treasures. Okay, let's go talk to Pete. Whiskey 1, Bravo, Kilo Zulu. Hello, Pete.
Hello, everybody on the net. It's been a while since I've checked in to either net,
in particular in the barometer net. I haven't been there for, over a month at least. I was doing that pretty regular for a while, but anyway, I'm probably going to be in and out tonight because I got to get some food in my stomach and get to sleep before midnight. That's for darn sure. Oh man, I didn't sleep at all last night. It must have been 88MO kept me awake, I guess. I don't know. Oh man. I did fix the radio today. I said I'd never do that. It was a Kenwood 2-meter thing. And it had a blown transistor and a couple other stupid things that were wrong with it. And now it's back to working. So other than that, nothing's new. I can still do that stuff. I like boat anchors better. Back to net, W1BKZ.
Yeah, Pete, I know what you are saying. I work on audio equipment just as a hobby. I used to do it years and years ago, but some of the transistorized stuff can drive me nuts. I like something with tubes. I figure if you cannot get a solid shock out of it, it's probably not any good. So, okay, well, you have a great night and get yourself something to eat and get yourself some sleep. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clear with Whiskey 1, Bravo, Kilo, Zulu. If you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
AB and MO, recheck.
Go ahead, AB and MO.
Yeah, how about you go and call up the ones already on the list here, Mike, and I'll help you follow along which ones to call here, because we didn't get back to Keith and Mark and all the other ones yet. I just got them on the list, but I didn't talk with anybody besides Keith yet, but you might call him up there instead of just begging for check-ins here, and then hopefully somebody else will be in there by the time we're done. Back to you there, Mike. This is AB at MO.
That sounds like a great idea. I should probably see how these folks are doing. So with that being said, let's go to KE8TQR, Keith in Uniontown.
KE8QWE, KE8TQR. Good evening, Mike. You're sounding good. It was good seeing you this afternoon at the Hamfest, and I'll be sticking around tonight. You can keep me on the list. KE8TQR.
Okay, Keith, that sounds good. Go ahead and clear with KE8TQR. KG4SCK. Hello, Mark. I saw you today.
Hey, good evening, Mike. Yeah, it was great seeing everybody, especially wearing them beautiful T-shirts. Had a great ham weekend. Got to go fox hunting with the Norse group up there. They're our friends up at the north. And Eric, KE8VZA, gave me some tips, and I treated a couple of foxes. So that was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. And, yeah, looking forward to Eric's trivia question tonight and everybody else's comments on the net. KG4SCK, back to pre-net.
Okay, Mark, that sounds great. Welcome to our net. Okay, let's go over to Canal Fulton. Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Phil, hello.
Hello, Mike. This is WV3K. Good to hear you, and I hope everyone's doing well. I imagine most, given the weather conditions and all, got a little worn and torn with the weather. I haven't been there in probably 7 years or so, but I was hopeful to make it today, and I didn't. I just thought, the weather. I think I'm just going to have a rest day again. So that's what I did.
Okay, Phil, that sounds good. Yeah, I was surprised it was a rainy, dreary day going over there, but I have to laugh. I couldn't make it last year because I had surgery, and I was in no condition for that. So it was a miserable day in 2021, and it was a miserable day today, but it was a fantastic ham fest. So, Phil, are you going to be here for the entire net? Over.
Yes, I will be there for the rest of the net as best as I can. I'm fading a little fast, but that's been going on here recently. To bed earlier, and but I will take part. Thanks, Mike.
That sounds good, Phil. Welcome to our net. Okay, now Ray is still on the other net. Chuck from Florida, he's in and out, so let's go to KA8MNT. Tom, hello.
Good evening, everyone. This is KA8MNT. Well, I don't think I'm going to make it tonight. I was at the Ham Fest, and I think I walked around a little bit too much and kind of wore myself out tonight. So I'm just come in to give you guys some numbers and say 7 threes, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep smiling. So this is KA8MNT. Back to the pre-net.
Okay, Tom, that sounds good. Go ahead and get your sleep and take care. Yeah, I was tired too by the time I left that. So I'm going to go ahead and clear with KA8MNT. How about Josh? KE8YUG. Hello.
Yeah, this is KE8YUG. Good evening. Good to hear everybody out there. Yeah, I'll be sticking around for tonight, hanging out. So I'll send it back, KE8YUG.
Okay, Josh, that sounds good. Welcome to our net. Okay, let's go out to Maryland. Whiskey 3, ETB. Hello, Eddie.
Yeah, hi, Mike. I think it's cool here in Annapolis, Maryland. Getting cooler, too. All this week they're saying it's going to be in the 50s, so... and I will be sticking around for a bit. I got to hear those trivia questions. So I can make an answer. Anyway, I turn it back to you so you can get some more check-ins. W3ETP, back to net.
Okay, Eddie, that sounds good. Welcome to our net. Okay, now that I got everybody that I missed, let me go ahead and ID this thing and take some more check-ins. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo on the Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. If you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Alpha Star 5, Julia Bravo, mad to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Time.
Well, King Charles 8, Fox Queen Victor, Mark, KC8, FQV. We do have a story.
5 RWR check-in.
Okay, could the last caller please come again with your call sign phonetically, please?
D5RWR, Big Cabin, Oklahoma.
Okay, what was before the 5? Okay, could 5RWR come back? We got part of your call sign, but we didn't get the first part.
KD5RWR.
That sounds good. KD5RWR. Okay, I'll go down through the last few that I have picked up. Let's go up to AF5JB. Hello, Matt.
Well, I appreciate it. Good evening to you and everybody else out there on the net. Good to hear Joey out there. I believe that's his name. Haven't heard him in a long time, but had a wonderful weekend. Of course, I did my Saturday route and got that over with, and after doing that, then I went out and did my chores and did my laundry and all that. Got my costume in from Amazon last week, and I put it on, and I dressed as Mario, the game there, and then I went to Dead Busters, played a couple of arcade games there. Then I went to the Hard Rock Hotel here in Tulsa, and then they had a big Halloween party there. I went there and just had a great time there, and it had a lot of fun, and you played one of the games there and won $50 there, so that was good. And I just kind of I got done with that, and then went. Well, I ate one of their chicken sandwiches there, and I went home and had a beer and I went to bed. And so that's my Saturday night. Happy Halloween to everybody as well. And I just kind of took it easy all day today, and get ready to start a whole new week. Now, other than that, that's what I got for now. You guys be safe. The work week out there, and happy Halloween, and on that, and 73, and catch you all next time. Good to hear everyone. And this is the AFI-JB, Matt, in the city of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Back to that control. Thanks again.
Okay, Matt, that sounds good. Hey, I'd like to see you dressed as Mario. I think that would make it a great costume. So I'll go ahead and clear with AF5JB. Matt, have a great night. Okay, Mark, KC8FQV, hello.
W8WKY.
Well, hello, KC8FQV here. Well, I'm just getting home from, Yeah, just going to get home from Ashland. Hey, you say, oh, you were there a long time. Well, yeah, I was there for a couple hours. Then went up to Sandusky. I closed the map museum, and I closed the Ham Fest up. I do good on closing. I went up to Cedar Point, and I closed that up. So, yeah, it's been raining all day. Sort of mist, rain. It seems like that was been the way I've been doing all the stuff with the parks. Because in June, we had our coaster concert Ace down at Dollywood. Basically, it rained every day for some part of it. Even over at Carowinds, we were at Carowinds too. So, well, I felt now at least decent. I got up here to ride a couple more rides and seen Hollow Weekend. So, now I'll go down at Christmas time, Kings Island one more time probably. But we'll send it back to that. Great seeing everyone at the Massillon Ham Fest today. So, back it comes. KC8FQ. Yeah, you even seen Nick. That's great seeing him. So now I'll send it back, KCFQB.
Okay, Mark, that sounds good. I'm sure you're going to be here for the entire net. If not, just holler. So I'm going to go ahead and clear with KC8FQB. Okay, let's go out to Oklahoma, KD5 RWR. Hello.
Well, okay, Sefke. Yeah, I'll be here for the whole time because I'm going to be just sitting behind this wheel driving this car home. Cause I'm sure it's not going to drive me home, so I'm going to have to drive it. So, from Sandusky, KCFQV.
Okay, Mark, that sounds good. Let's go out to Oklahoma, KD5 RWR. Hello.
Well, hello. It's KD5RWR. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's going to get cold tonight. About 35 or 32, somewhere around in there, so I guess we're going to get a little chilly. But then tomorrow night, we're supposed to be down in the upper 20s.
Yeah, that sounds cold. We're starting to get cold here, and it's raining and everything else. It really hadn't been that great of a day. Kind of rainy and cool. So, hey, are you going to be here for the entire net and do our trivia?
At 9 o'clock, I gotta do some things in the bedroom there. I gotta fold my laundry.
I'll tell you what, we will go ahead and give you a holler. If you're there, you're there. Great. If not, then have a great night. Over.
On that, yeah, I'm gonna go fold the laundry and put the stuff on the hangers and bury my socks together and try to put everything back. There's a chance I could be back in here after a while. So we'll set our 73s and we'll be having a radio on here, KD5RWR.
Okay, that sounds good. We would be glad to have you on our net. I'm going to go ahead and clear with KD5RWR. Lucy, KE8YUK. Hello.
KYUK to the net and our current net control KE8QWE. I'm doing well, and I'm hoping to be here for the whole net. We'll see if I crash in the middle of it. And my alarm is telling me that it's already bedtime, so we're doing great. But yeah, I'm hopefully sticking around, and if I don't, I'm wishing everybody a good night and God bless. Josh is currently resting in his dad chair, so he might pop in later if he feels up to it, or he might fall asleep. But either way, he's not in right now, so wave of the hand from him, but otherwise, it's just me, KE8YUK, back to net control.
Okay, Lucy, we will go ahead and give you a holler. If you're there, great. If not, we figure you fellas a payout. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of times I'm just sitting here and it gets towards the end of the net, and the next thing I hear is that they're calling my name and my call sign, and I wake up and I mumble something, and that's pretty much it. Okay. Lucy, have a great night. I'm going to go ahead and clear with KE8YUK. I'm going to go ahead and identify this thing and pass it on over to Nick. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo on the Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. And I'd like to pass this over to Nick at night. KE8QKO. It's all yours.
Thank you, Mike. Fine business on the pre-show as always. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Oscar, and I will be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here in the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL total 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is directed. All traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Dewdrop Inn, and various other repeaters, so we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. So any stations that have not already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Echo 2, Bravo Zulu X-Ray KE2 BZXIO, Rochester, New York. Name's Kay.
Kilo Echo 8 Lima November Delta KE8 LND Ben. I'll be mobile.
All right, sounds like Mike did a pretty good job there. We had two additional check-ins to the pre-show. We had KE2BZX K, and we had KE8 LND Ben, who I think you said you were in and out, Ben, so I'm going to put you down for that. So anyway, that's it for, wait, it looks like K is marked in and out. Can we confirm, K, that you wanted to be in and out?
Yes, I was an IO. I'll be standing by listening. KE2BZX.
Copy that, thank you. I mixed them up in my head. All right, so before we start going through our check-ins here, we are going to reach out to AB8MO Andy, and, or I'm sorry, no, I got that wrong. To force a habit, we're going to reach out to K8VZ8 Eric and get our trivia question for the evening. Eric, take it away.
W8WKY.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA here with your trivia question. Okay, tonight the topic is in the geography genre, and the question is, what is the longest mountain range on our planet? The longest one, not the highest one, the longest one. The possible answers are A, the Himalayas, B, the Rockies, C, the Trans-Antarctic Range, or D, the Andes? I'll read that again. Let me take a break real quick. Okay, one more time, and I'll put this in the blue screen. It's there already. I'll put it in there again in a little bit. Okay, the question is, what is the longest mountain range on our planet? Not the highest, the longest. A, the Himalayas, B, the Rockies, C, the Trans-Antarctic Range, or D, the Andes? And I'll turn it back to net control now.
All right, so that's a fine question there. Appreciate it. We're also waiting for Alan to get in and join us. He's running a little late with a previous net, but we'll get that alternate question when he comes in. And before we start going through our list of check-ins, we have an announcement for Baby and MO. Andy, take it away.
Okay, thank you, Nick. Top of the Hill Amateur Extra License classes will take place November 8th, 9th, 13th, 15th, and 16th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Warren Scope Center, just north of downtown Warren. You can go to whiskey8victortangodelta.com for more information and who to contact. You can email either the Warren Amateur Radio Association or contact Wes, W8IZC at yahoo.com for information. So if you guys who are looking to get your extra class want an opportunity to get taught the material, which doesn't come up too often, here is your opportunity. The only thing is it's over in Warren, so it's a little bit of a drive, but thought I'd throw it out. Again, you can find more information at W8VTD.com. That's Whiskey8VictorTangoDelta.com. Thank you, Nick. Back to net. This is ABNMO.
All right, thank you, Andy. That's good information, and hopefully it works out for somebody. I was eyeballing those dates, and I just don't see how I'm going to make it work to drive all the way to Warren for each of them. I'd love to, but the drive in the evening with everything I have to do would probably kill me. So, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to do it, but hopefully somebody else will. I think it sounds like an awesome class, and it's nice to see opportunities like that popping up in the local area. All right, so this is K8QKO and the WWQI repeater, where we are going through a list of check-ins for the BeaconNet. We are going to start with a mobile station that we have out there, K8LND Ben. So, Ben, if you want to pass your traffic off to us and try to answer the trivia question, happy to have you. And then when we get our alternate question, I will try to reach back out to you if you're still in range to see if you want to get an answer for that. But unfortunately, we don't have it at the moment. So take it away, Ben.
Yeah, good evening, everyone on the net. I'm actually coming back from a meeting that I had to be in Akron, headed back to Worcester. And I usually have the radio on and had heard about the BeaconNet before. And so I was just happy to have a chance to check in and hear everybody on the net while I'm driving. I will go with I forget what the whole answer was, but I think it was D, the Trans something mountain range. I was gonna say the Himalayas, but I think that might be too easy. So put me down for D. That should be all I have really at the moment. If I'm here, I'll come back to you when you come back around. But this is KE8LND, and I'll give it back to net control.
All right, thank you, Ben. Yeah, our alternate question should show up here. I think you said D, though, so for your answer. But our alternate question should show up around here, and so hopefully if you're still within range, we can get that for you. So, yeah, that's good. And next we're going to go back up to the top of the list here. We're up to K8TQR. Keith, how you doing tonight, Keith? And what do you have for us this evening?
KE8, yeah, QKO. Did I get that right? Oh, gee. I mangled it probably. Anyway, good evening, Nick. I got the name right. Thanks for being there tonight and running the net, and thanks to Mike and Andrew. You all doing a fine job. We do appreciate it. And good evening to everyone else on the net. Let me do the trivia question first, because I'll forget it if I keep on rambling. I'm going to go with D for Delta. I was looking at C, the Trans-Antarctic range, but I'm not sure. So D for Delta is my answer for right now. Had a great day today. Went to the Ham Fest. Ran into a lot of friends and made some new ones. I didn't buy anything. I went looking for a couple different things, and I did not see them there. So, okay, I walked out empty-handed. Anyway, just wanted to stop in tonight and say hi to everyone. Hope everyone has a great week coming up. Try to miss the rain. It looks like we're going to have it for the next couple days. And with that, I'll send it back to you, Nick. And when the other trivia question comes in, come on back to me, and I'll give you the answer for that one. Anyway, KE8TQR 73, everyone.
All right, thank you, Keith. Got you in there, Delta. Yeah, I think you're probably the closest person to me as far as closest radio neighbor that checks into the Beacon net. So we're pretty close, not too far away from each other. But yeah, thanks for checking in there. And next we have KG4SCK, Mark. How you doing, Mark? And what do you have for us this evening?
Hey, good evening, Nick, and everyone on the net. I'm going to go with the trivia question first, and I picked Delta, the Andes, just a wild guess. And what I got for the net, I slept in this morning and had the strangest dream. I was in an aircraft hangar. There was all these hams around wearing some comical Beacon Net T-shirts or Barometer Net T-shirts, and I woke up and I had a Howl T-shirt laying on my desk. So that was pretty strange. KG4SCK, back to net.
Well, it sounds like quite the dream you had there. Maybe there's a little bit of sleepwalking or sleep shopping in there as well. Who knows? All right. Thank you, Mark. Yes, all right. I was able to make it out there today. It was my wife's birthday weekend this weekend, so we spent it with her and didn't make it to the Ham Fest. Next on my list, and he's not in and out. That's WV3K, Phil. How you doing tonight, Phil? What do you have for us?
Well, hello, Nick at night. It's good to hear you, buddy. I'm doing okay, but I'm fizzing out pretty fast. I'm enjoying listening to everyone talking about. For those that participated, went up there to the Maps Museum and enjoyed the fest and the time being together, as that always brings a lot of joy, the camaraderie. As far as the homestead and all, it's just been kind of yucky outside, and I kind of thought personally that for me, best to keep out of the weather as much as I can for now, and especially up at the museum, from what I last remember years ago, it was kind of all pretty much open area. I don't know if they closed it in or not, but if it was open like it was when I was up there with Robin after we got married, that was back in 16. I think that that would have, if it would be like that today, then, or like it was then I would think that I would probably end up getting sick. So, and I had kind of a rough week this last week here with some personal health issues, but I'm doing better, and looking forward to maybe making it to a meeting sometime. I'm really sorry I didn't get to make the last one, but because I heard it was really good. Jason did an awesome job. I saw on the YouTube. Anyway, I'm going to give it back over to you. I didn't answer the question. I'm going to take a moment here to reset. I don't know what all the answers were. I wasn't paying attention because I was fiddling around with my frequency counter and stuff, and just trying to get it to work. I got some things to do yet more to it. I got batteries that are shutting down on it. Just fixed the circuits and replaced a taper potentiometer from one of those little cheapos that they put down on them. It was. I just need to take the time during the daytime to do that, and when it comes evening, then I can rest and enjoy the net and listen to everything that's being said. Because when I get started and put my nose into something, then I can't concentrate on two things at one time. So anyway, unless the question can be reread, I'm going to redact from answering the question or trying to guess at it. Back to you, Nick.
All right, Phil. You know what? We are going to get a reread of the question, probably. We have an alternate question that's, I think, very close to coming into the net. One of the previous nets ran over, and our alternate question giver, when he comes in, and when he does that, I'm going to reread both questions, or have them both reread. I'm not going to read them myself. And I'm going to come back down through the list of check-ins we had to get the alternate answers, and we can grab your primary answer then as well. That way we're not doing a bunch of reads. And I don't know. Maybe it doesn't hurt us to do it, but we can wait a couple of minutes because I do believe it's coming soon. Actually, we'll call for him if he's out there listening. I'm not sure if he's there or not, but let's check real quick. KF5DAY, are you in yet, or are you still on the previous net? All right, nothing heard. He's probably still on the other net, just in the blue screen. So we'll get to him here in a minute. And next we'll go down to K5, CFY Ray. How you doing tonight, Ray? And what do you have for us this evening?
QWE, K5, CFY. Good evening, Mr. Nick. Appreciate you running the net there for us. And Mike did a wonderful job on the pre-net. And we appreciate Andy and Just Nick and everybody else out there that puts on the Beacon net, and yes, Alan is still running the American Airlines net, so it's way over for some reason, but anyway, it'll be a while, looks like, before he gets over here. Anyway, let's see, trivia, I'm going to go with D, Delta, so I'm just guessing. I have no clue. Anyway, I'll give it back to you. And again, great job. K5 CFY, back to net control.
All right, thank you, sir. Got down there for D Delta. Our next two stations were WB4AIZ and KA8MNT, who were both in and out. And we are now down to K8YUG. Josh, how you doing tonight, Josh? And what do you have for us this evening?
KAQKO, good to hear you, Nick. Everybody out there. Yeah, it was a good weekend. Real good weekend radio-wise. Just did some radio stuff and ran around, chores, everything like that. But that was good. Let's see. I was gonna go. I'm gonna go with A, the Himalayas, for the trivia there, and I don't know, kind of guessing there, but I got some ideas on the other ones, but I'm going to go with that one. But yeah, other than that, it was a good weekend, everything. Did my 11-meter contest, got some good entries in there, made it to Ireland, that was cool. And then fox hunt with Norse, fox hunt was nice, seeing some guys there, and a bunch of different people. It was a lot of fun. And then got to hang out with some CB radio friends, so good visiting everybody and talking on the radio and all that this weekend. But I'll send it back to you, Nick. Good hearing everybody out there, and 73, and we'll be listening. This is KE8YUG, back to net.
right, thank you, sir. Got you down there for Alpha. It's good you had a good weekend. Next, we go down to W3 ETB Eddie. How you doing tonight, Eddie? And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
Yeah, hi, Nick. Well, not much traffic. I'm sitting here actually painting a wooden boat that I got from my granddaughters. It's an unfinished wooden little ship, and I'm trying to paint it and get it primed so that I can get everything painted up maybe and give it to her for a Christmas gift. Like little things like paint little gifts and stuff, wooden objects, boxes, and, things like that, and get ready for gifts. So I'm working on one, listening to the net here, and it's a lot of listening to this net and the other nets on the air. So I'll go ahead and give my main question as being D. It seems to be a regular answer, so at least a lot of people have picked it. So D sounds to me, and that sounds almost like Andy. Anyway, back to you. And I'll talk to you later, Nick. W3TB. Net.
All right, sounds good there, Eddie. Thank you. And we got you down there for Delta for your trivia question. Next, we're going to go down. Oh, before I go to the next station, I'm going to say this is K8QKO and the WWKY repeater, going through my list of check-ins for the Beacon Net. And next, we go down to K8MMY Chris. How you doing tonight, Chris? And what do you have for us this evening?
Just like everybody else in all of Northeast Ohio, I went to the Mass Museum, had a great time, brought some stuff back, got back, and all the nasty weather they claimed we were going to have hasn't showed up yet, so I got some ton of work done outside, and it just started sprinkling to tell me that I had to come back in, get some groceries down my throat, and hang out with you guys, and come up with some answers to life's persistent questions. So, give me just nickel here. I would have to say that it is the Trans-Am Arctic Atlantic, whatever the big long one was there. I think, was that answer number 3 or C or whatever you want to say there? But that's what I'm going to go with for now, and eagerly await the alternate question. K8MMY.
All right, thank you, Chris. We got you down. The answer is Charlie. And it looks like we now have the question in the blue screen, so I'm going to go back up to K8VZA Eric. I'm going to get our primary question reread for us. And then I'm going to try to reach out to Alan. If he's out there, he can read it. If he's not, then I'll read it. And we'll quickly run back through our list of check-ins to get the alternate questions, or alternate answers. So first, let's go up to K8VZA Eric. Can you reread the primary question for us, sir?
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA here again with your trivia question. So, what is the longest mountain range on our planet? The longest, not the highest. A, the Himalayas. B, the Rockies. C, the Trans-Antarctic Range. Or D, the Andes. I'll take a break real quick and read it one more time. W8WKY. So what is the longest mountain range on our planet? A, the Himalayas. B, the Rockies. C, the Trans-Antarctic Range. Or D, the Andes. And I'll put this in the blue screen again. This is KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, Eric, thank you for another fine question. That's definitely one to think about. Okay, next we're going to go up to, almost at the wrong call sign. We're going to go back up to KI5DAY. Alan, get the alternate question for us this evening. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net. Howdy, Mr. Nick at Night. Good to see you, and I hope everybody's doing well. And for the regular question, I'm going to go ahead and give my answer as B, the Rockies, mainly so I can say, hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Nothing up my sleeve, and presto, yeah, because I really liked Bullwinkle when I was a kid, but you know how it is. But anyway, tonight's alternate trivia question is as follows. In the Guinness Book of World Records, the longest earthworm ever recorded in the world when naturally extended measured what length? Let me read that question again. In the Guinness Book of World Records, the longest earthworm ever recorded in the world was naturally extended. He measured what length? Was it A, 4 feet 7 inches, B, 20 feet 3 inches, C, 12 feet 5 inches, or D, as long as Great Aunt Gertie Cornwaldo Bean's deformed earlobes? There's your choices. KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. Another longest question, I swear. I don't think these are synced up at all. And that's a fine one. Another one I'm going to want to think about. Okay, so here's how we're going to do it. We have a list of people that have checked in. We're going to run through that list as quickly as we can to get the answers for the alternate question. And then we will continue going through our list of check-ins to get the answers for both questions and get their traffic. We're going to start with our mobile station and see if he's still out there and listening. K8LND Ben, would you like to answer the trivia question, sir? The alternate question.
Yeah, sure. I'll go with A, Alpha. And appreciate you coming back to me. I'll just be a few minutes from the house, so I'll try to be listening for the rest. KE8LND. I'll be clear.
Copy, sir. Thank you. Next, we're going to go up to K8TQR Keith and see if he wants to answer the alternate question.
KE8QKO, KE8TQR. I'm going to go with, hang on just a second. I'm going to go B, Bravo. B for Bravo. KE8TQR, back to net control. 7-3.
Thank you, sir. Got you down for Bravo. Next, we go down to KG4SCK Mark. Get his alternate answer.
Okay, Nick, I'm thinking about this real hard. So it says an earthworm. I imagine that's an American earthworm. I hope it's not an African or a European earthworm. And going fishing with them, my gosh, you don't use earthworms 20 feet long to fish with. So I'm going to go with Alpha. KG4SDK, back to net.
All right, thank you, sir. Got you down for Alpha. And yeah, I'm pretty sure as far as Alan's concerned, everything is America. All right, next we're going to go down to Phil, WD3K, and see if we'd like to answer both questions. Phil, if you're out there and want to answer them, let me know.
WD3KO, WV3K. Nick, I think that I don't know what I don't know, and I think at this point, since I didn't bother wanting to look it up or anything, much less do I do it any time that I would have an opportunity to. I don't know. It's probably the Andes, I think, and it really bothers me that I can't get the answer. So I'll just go with whatever. If you had the Andes down, that's what I'll go with. And the other one about the worm, the earthworm, I think they're hermaphrodites. They are actually male and female, the earthworms, That's how they make more little worms. But anyway, as I remember in science class, I guess as far as length of the worm, that's going to be a very interesting answer when I hear it, because I didn't know that something could be so large that it would make such a markedly impression in the science community. But anyway, I'll go with I don't know, probably 15 inches, 18 inches, something like that. If you had that, I don't remember the answers, but something around that area. You can go ahead and select for me, because that's kind of a guess as well. So back to net control. This is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Oh, incidentally, God bless and much love and healing mercies to all those that are on the net and to their loved ones. And know that from this family to all yours, we send our heartfelt of prayers, and also good wishes for a good rest of the week. And may we also give much thought to those that are suffering overseas, and to many of the soldiers and the families that are innocent victims to the atrocities of war. Thank you very much, and I'm going to go ahead and clear. WV3K, back to you, Nick.
All right, thank you, Phil. Got you down there for Delta and Alpha. Next, go down to K5CF4I Ray, get his answer for the alternate question.
KEA, QWE, K5, no, this is QKO, I'm sorry. Nick, I'm going to go with Charlie on the alternate question there. So there you go. Back to you, K5CFY.
All right, thank you, Ray. I think I heard you say A for Alpha. I was glancing at the blue screen and got distracted for a minute. Oh, nope, it's in there. It's Charlie. All right, we got you. Somebody else picked it up and I got distracted. Next, get on to K8YUG, Josh, and get his answer for the alternate question.
Hey there again, Nick. I'm going to go with A, Alpha, the 4 feet 7 inch answer. So A, Alpha for the alternate trivia there. 73, K8YUG, back to you.
after all, I have a season pass for the park, so, and they own Castaway Bay, so I said, yeah. And I keep forgetting about that. You know, but I had to use the restroom, so I did that. I said, cause I could use the one on the freeway. There's one out on 90. But I said, wait, I'll just go to the Castaway Bay. Since I have the season pass for the park, they own that too, so I'll just use that one. But, yeah, I'm going to say 20 feet on the bug, whatever, and the Andes, the other one. Hamfest was good today. I haven't been home yet. I went up to Sandusky to Cedar Point. Closed the season out. So, everything else is okay. So at least I feel good. I mean, I wasn't going to go up, and it was a little crummy day, a little bit. But all summer when I was going to the park, when I went down to Dollywood, it was, sort of rained. I think it sort of just wants to do that whenever we try to do something. It's like our club. Every Thursday when we have our meeting, it rains. So, what is new? So but the Hamfest was good seeing everyone. So let's send it back to net. But I'm going to say 20 feet, and what was the other one? 20 feet on the bug. Let's see, Mountain, no, Andes. So let's send it back to net, KSFQV.
All right, thank you, Mark. Got you down there for Delta and Bravo. All right, before I keep going, I'm going to identify. This is KEQKO and the WWKY repeater going through a list of check-ins for the BeaconNet this evening. And we are now down to, we're going through one in-and-out check-in here, which was KD5RWR. And then we're down to K8YUK, the Yuck from Akron. Go ahead and take it away, Lucy.
KE8QKO, this is KE8YUK. Hi, everybody. This is the Yuck from Akron. I wrote an entire email to myself so I could remember what to talk about. So first of all, trivia. I'm going to do D, Delta for the Andes, and then I'm going to do B for all the trivia. And first off, the saddest part of the day was we overslept and missed the Map Hamfest, and I still regret it. I have many factors I could blame, but the long and the short of it is we didn't go, and it is very sad, and it has come up multiple times in the day, and it has caused much grief and sorrow, and apologies to everybody who I told we would be there because we were sad that we weren't there too. Otherwise, we did get to hang out with my family, which was really nice. My brother number 3 is going to seminary up in Cleveland, studying to perhaps become a priest, if he is so called. So he's been gone. Brother number 1 moved out and has been really busy at his job, at school, and doing his own thing. So we haven't seen him and his fiancée in a bit. And then brother number 2 works a lot. And I see brother number 4 and my little sister pretty frequently, but they're the younger set. My sister and I are separated by 13 years, so we're close, but I'm closer to the older siblings just because I literally grew up around them, and then I was kind of a teen doing my own thing when my sister and pretty much my younger brother came along. So it's just a different dynamic. We love them very much, but it's hard to have now adult conversations when you've got 2 kids in middle school wandering around. So it's interesting. But as part of that hangout, brother number 1 was talking about his job working at a hotel in Akron and how it caught on fire because one of the residents decided to be very romantic and light candles in the shape of a heart on the bed in the hotel, and the bed caught on fire, and so it was a whole ordeal to take care of that, and it set off the fire alarm, or he set off the fire alarm, the sprinklers went off, and all sorts of stuff. And the poor guy asked for a refund because he couldn't stay in the room. So they said, no, also here are all the extra charges for destroying that room. So brother number 1 had a lot of events. Brother number 2 got to serve jury duty. It's the first of my siblings, so he got to regale us with that story. And the long and short of it is he got to weigh in on a case of a guy who admitted to beating the snot out of a different guy, but it was in self-defense. And so he had to determine, I'm going to time out again. So 1 second, I'll be right back because it's funny. YUK returning. So he had to determine if this guy was guilty of felonious assault or if it was self-defense. So he regaled us with that story, and that was a trip, especially when he informed us later that the guys were somewhere around 57 and 40, and we fully thought this was just 2 frat guys, 23, 24, and it turned out these full-grown men had to go through this whole ordeal, so that was interesting. So it was really nice to be with my family again, and overall, it wasn't a bad day. Still wish we could have made the hand fest, but it is what it is. So as far as the blue screen goes, Nick, I don't know. I think they not only figured it out, but they were pretty darn good at it, and I am grateful for all the siblings I have, and They really made me who I am, and I hope I helped them. And I love them very much most of the time. And with that, I'm going to fondly stare into the distance, remembering all the good times, all the stuff we didn't or didn't break and did or didn't tell our parents about. I'll have to tell you guys about the time we went out west with the one rule. The one rule was don't get the laundry more dirty than you have to. So I will share that at some other point in time. For now, I've gabbed long enough, so I'm going to pass it back to Net Control. This is KE8YUK. Have a good night, everybody, and God bless.
All right. Thank you, Lucy. Sounds like a pretty good weekend spent in town with family. I will say my siblings also made me the person I am today, but I'm also an only child, which is kind of weird. All right. Thanks for the check-in there. We got your answers down as Delta and Bravo. Next, we had KE2BZX, who was in and out. We are down to K8. Oh, wait, no. We had K8. We already did K8 L&D. We're down to KI5DAY. I want to see what Alan has for us this evening. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY. Hey, thanks, Nick. Didn't realize my turn was coming so quickly. I wasn't paying attention to the screen, but as far as what I have 3 marbles, 2 blue, and 1 orange, and I have a half-eaten box of Kellogg's Corn Flakes. And other than that, I don't have a whole lot else. But, man, did it ever get cold here and nasty with the wind and the rain, but mostly the rain. The wind wasn't as bad. But when I left church today, it was like the rain was blowing a little bit sideways, and it was rather cold, and people were scurrying to their cars. Yeah, it was fun. But other than that, it's been a pretty good day. I did the American Airlines net tonight. I think Tim over here was saying that Tim Allen was running the net. That guy, I tell you, can't take him anywhere. But yeah, we had a good time on the American net. We had quite a few check-ins, and it's the 5th Sunday, and I was home, so I did it. I'm the 5th Sunday guy on that net, and I do the 2nd hour on Saturdays on the Boredom Breaker net, which is strange, but it's always fun. Don't have much else. I mean, it's interesting listening to people's perspectives on the answers to the trivia questions. But we'll see which direction that it goes and who runs away with the most votes on that. I know it's a strange question, but it's fun. With that, I hope you're doing great. KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. I think we have your answers for the I think you answered the primary question at some point tonight, maybe in the blue screen, but we don't have it in net longer. You want to come back with that again?
copy that. I think the second one, B, was the Rockies. I'm going to say the Rockies just because, like I said, hey, Bullwinkle, just, I was into that. But, yeah, that's what my answer will be, whichever one the Rockies was.
All right, yeah, thank you, Adam. Yeah, you mentioned that when you ran the question the first time, and we didn't get in the net logger. So we'll push it down for Bravo. Next, we had KD2HCE, who was in and out, and we had KC3QFC. I probably should have got the mic sooner. I'm sorry, Mike, but if you're out there and you're still listening, you want to send us some comments, we are happy to take them. All right, nothing heard there. He might have moved out of range. We had his answers in the blue screen, it looks like, but we did not get a chance to talk to Mike. Maybe he'll come back around if he's connected. He's connected to the hub, so we'll try one more time. Oh, wait, no, he's not. That's a different station. Forget what I was talking about. All right, this is KE8QKO on the WWKY repeater. We've gone through our list of check-ins for the BeaconNet, the first round anyway, and we are going to open up for one more round, or more than one more round, more than likely. So, anyone who'd like to check in, you can say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Alpha, India 5, Quebec AI 5Q, Jarris, and Tulsa.
Kilo 2, Delta Yankee, VK2DY, Robert H.
Okay, I have AF5Q and I have VK2DY. Are there any additional check-ins for the BeaconNet? Please call now.
Net Control, this is Whiskey Alpha 7 Tango Zulu, Whiskey Alpha 7 Tango Z. The name is Zach Zulu Alpha Charlie in Seattle, Washington.
All right, I got WA7TZ, Zach. Anyone else would like to check in? One more call. Okay, nothing heard there. Let's go up to AF5A. Let me start over, say this correctly so I can say all the letters correctly as they come out of my mouth. AI5Q, Jarris. How you doing, sir? And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
Well, good evening there, and let's see, traffic. Did you know that Alan has a CDL? Not a lot of people know that, but yeah, he's got a commercial driver's license because he drives that big yellow school bus he throws people under all the time. Oh, man. Alan. Anyway, I'm just hanging out and had a good day. Took the kids up to the church for trick-or-treating.
W8WKY.
And my note just dropped, but there we go. I'm back. The kids had a blast at the church playing games and earning little trinkets and prizes and candy and whatnot. So as far as the trivia is concerned, I'm going to go with the Rockies. It's a tough call between the Rockies and the Andes, but I think it's the Rockies. And I'm going to go with the 20-foot-ish range earthworm, just because that sounds freaking amazing. I want to see it. I hope that's the biggest one that they've recorded, because that will be amazing to see. Anyway, you all have a good night, and we will talk later. AI5Q, back to Net Control.
right, Jared, thanks for checking in with us. We got you down there for Bravo and Bravo. Yeah, don't take any of that guff from Alan. You give it to him. He can take it. He gave us something to the blue screen about you giving him a hard time this week. But you keep giving him a hard time. You get extra points for checking in for that one. All right, next go down to VK2DY, Robert from Sydney. How you doing, sir? How's life down in Australia?
Yes, sorry about the beeping. There we go. Robert, VK2DY, and under Macquarie Park, in the Sydney Metro here, which is why you got all the beeping and everything. Anyway, it is about 93 Fahrenheit, I think, 34 Celsius, so about 93 Fahrenheit. Sun is shining, sky is blue, but anyway, it is what it is. As I said, I'm just mobile on the Sydney Metro. Yesterday I went to see the Jacaranda balloons. Today I'm just going down to look around down in the Central Business District, Island Harbor, that area. So just enjoying myself here at this point. As far as the question, we have big earthworms here. I should know about that, but they're down in Victoria. They aren't here in New South Wales, so I'm not sure what the biggest they had down there, whether they're the biggest. But at any rate, I'm going to go, let's go with Bravo and Bravo for the trivia answers. VK2DY, back to now.
All right, sir. Thank you. We got you down there for Bravo and Bravo. Yeah, I'm guessing you guys probably do have big earthworms. I think you have a lot of big insects there. And I'm going to say, best guess, since pretty much I think everything in Australia is poisonous and can kill you, the earthworms probably are too. I don't know. Just a wild guess on my part. I don't know about that, but that's how I take it. Thanks for checking in with us. We always appreciate it. And next we are now down to WA7ZT, Zach from Seattle. How you doing, sir? What traffic do you have for us this evening?
Hey, good evening to you, sir, and everyone on the net. Whiskey Alpha 7 Tango Zulu, Zach in North Seattle, and it's pretty cold up here in the Northwest the last 5 days, but I just wanted to stop in and say hello to, I believe you guys are in Ohio. I hear Mark on our repeater all the time, but was just monitoring here on Dewdrop In. I think this is my first time checking into your net, but I am familiar with the Silvercreek there. So, I can say for certainty that the longest and key here is above water. There is a mountain range. The longest in the world is below water, but is the Andes Mountains. And my ex-girlfriend, her parents actually farm coffee out there in the Andes Mountains. So I was supposed to go out and visit Colombia a few summers ago until COVID hit. So hoping to make it out this next summer coming up here. And Marta's been excited about me looking out plane tickets. Long-time coffee industry guy. I've had a lot of interest in getting down there to see the agricultural side of things. Something I definitely can't see here stateside. But Andes Mountains, longest mountain range there. Above water, and I couldn't tell you. My strengths are mostly Civil War through World War II history and geography. But so I'm not a strange fact guy, but I can tell you, growing up in I've pulled some pretty long crawlers out of the ground there, especially during rainy seasons. So just wanted to get in on the net for the first time, say hello. Hope you're all doing well over there in Ohio and elsewhere. And we'll say 73 and turn it back to net control. Whiskey Alpha 7 Tango Zulu, Zach in North Seattle.
All right, thank you, Zach. We got you down there for Delta for the primary question, but I think you alluded to it, but I missed your answer for the alternate question. You want to come back with it for us?
Yeah. I definitely didn't give you a definite answer. Like I said, I wouldn't have a clue. I would say 20 was probably too long, but I may be surprised there. I think there was an answer there. Maybe it was Bravo, 12 feet or something like that. So we'll put my guess there, and thanks for taking my check-in. Have a great night. Whiskey Alpha 7 Tango Zulu, back to net.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, the 12-foot was a Charlie, I think, so I think we should get you down there for Delta and Charlie for your answers. Thanks for checking in with us. We're here every Sunday and Wednesday night, so don't be a stranger. Always happy to take check-ins, and it's good to hear new voices on the net. So, with that, this is K8QKO and the WWKI repeater, where I've gone through a list of check-ins on the Beacon Net. We're going to open it up one more time, like say again, one more time, before we go up to the net control team. So, anyone who is in the Beacon Net that would like to, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there, so we're going to go through our net control team. We're going to hear what everybody has to say. We are not going to give the trivia answer just yet, but we'll hear what everybody has to say. We'll give it one more round of check-ins for anyone lingering out there that wants to answer before we start wrapping things up and going through our final checklist of things for the net tonight. That's our plan. We're going to start with KEQWE. Mike, how you doing, sir? What traffic do you have for us this evening?
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Well, hello there, everybody. First of all, let's get this trivia wrapped up. I'm going to go with D and B. I guess D just because I really don't know, but it seems like people here are a little bit smarter than me, and they're saying D. And the earthworm, I'm going to go with B. I remember seeing something on TV a long time ago, and they had a video of this worm, and that thing was just huge. I kept thinking, wonder what kind of fish you would catch with that, because I mean, I've caught worms growing up, but we would go and fish with them, and we catch catfish, carp, things like that. But I'm like, what would you catch with that? So, well, today I went to the Ham Fest over at Maps, and it was great. I saw a lot of people that I was happy to see and happy to talk to. So overall, it was great. I had a fantastic time. I drug a bag full of stuff. I spent all of the money that I took, so I was quite happy with that. When you spend it all and you didn't even have to hit the ATM for more. So that is what I did. So I got on the Wolverine net. I managed to take a nap and do a few things like that. So everybody have a great night. Stay safe. Stay healthy. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Back to KE8QKL. See you later.
W8WKY.
All right, Mike, sorry. Sounds like you had a pretty good weekend. You got you down there for the answers of Delta and Bravo. Thanks again for taking on the pre-show like you always do. Great job. We had two more stations here who were probably not here. I believe I heard comments that they might not be, but just in case they're out there and they're listening on some sort of digital node or whatnot, we're going to throw some call-outs to them. KD8SLG, K8UKO. Hello, Nick. And are you out there? Do you have traffic for us? All right, nothing heard there. We're next going to go down to the other station that's probably not here, but maybe. KD8EPC. Dustin, this is K8QKO. Are you out there? Do you have traffic for us? All right, nothing heard there either. Sounds like they have plans tonight and they weren't able to fully make it in. But yeah, I always want to throw a call out just in case. Next we have AV8MO, Andy. How you doing tonight, Andy? What do you have for us this evening?
saying goes, nothing that'll make anybody rich or famous. Sounds like you just wasted 60 seconds of your life calling two people who I don't think they even showed up. So maybe we need to stop showing up on Wednesday night. What do you think, Nick? Good evening, everybody. This is APMO. Didn't make it to the Hamfest. I managed to fall off of a ladder, and I was ordered to stay off of my feet as much as possible. I just sprained my ankle, have some bruise and stuff. I only fell about 10 feet only. But it left a mark, and I fell right in the black raspberry patch, which is very thorny. So I had some sticklers, too, on top of that. So it didn't feel too good. So I could continue rambling, which you don't want. And, Nick, you saved the net from pure embarrassment and dilapidation, because I was going to take over the net if you didn't show up, and I was going to run the net. But you spared everybody that miserable flight. So you just better keep showing up, or I might have to run the net one of these days. So that's all I did really today. Went down to Medina and back here. Had some business there. And I got to take off work tomorrow, so I'm actually off tomorrow. The doctor said I'm not allowed to go back to work till Tuesday. But I do need a cane still, but it's better than it was. At least I could put a little more weight on it. So nothing broken or dislocated. That was the big thing. That's what went up to the ER, had some X-rays done. Fortunately, Geauga Hospital is a whopping 2.5 miles to my north. As well as that's as far as north as my signal at home gets, 2.5 miles, because it's all uphill to the hospital from here. Okay, I think I said enough. Delta and Delta, gotta go with the disgusting answer of although things got pretty disgusting in the blue screen here for a while too, with wormy brains and God only knows what else. I haven't really even been paying attention. The blue screen just gotten so far out of hand here that I think you're right there. We need to control the blue screen. Back to you there, Sir Nicholas. Nick at Night. This is ABHMO and Lily Cat.
All right, Andy. Sounds like you didn't have the best of weekends. Yeah, those ladders are death traps. I hate ladders. Yeah, and I guess, I don't know, thankfully there was a thorny bush to break your fall. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, or if that helped or hindered or what, but, sounds like, yeah, quite the weekend. Stay off your feet, get some rest, and, get back at it later this week. But, anyway, that's how it is. Thanks for being here. Thanks for helping out. And, yes, I guess I am the savior of the Beacon Net now. That can be a new title. Instead of Nick at Night, it can be Nick the Beacon Net Savior. All right. Next, we're down to K8VZA. Eric, how you doing tonight, Eric? And what do you have for us?
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA. First, I have to apologize. I should have qualified on the trivia question that it was the longest mountain range above the water. So factor that in. Well, I already factored it into the possible answers, so you're safe. Norris Fox Hunt Saturday. Mark, KG4SCK, as he mentioned, joined us, and we had a great time. It was very challenging, and I, too, found 2 out of the 3 foxes. I did learn where the third one was and was smacking myself. But anyway, went to the Maps Hamfest today. It was great to see everybody and meet some new people as well. And what else? After the Hamfest concluded, I toured the Map Museum. Very, very awesome displays there, not just the planes, but a lot of the other things they have in the side rooms. I have to say, out of the planes, I toured those outside, got pretty wet, but it was worth it. The F-14 is a soft spot in my heart, and the F-16 was pretty cool, too. It's just amazing shape of that plane. That's about it. Let's see. Anything else? Nope. Just want to wish everybody a good start to the week. And this is KE8VZA, back to net control.
Thank you, Eric. Yeah, I'm gonna. That's a qualification, and actually my answer might have been different if I heard that. I don't know if it would have been an accurate, different answer, but mine are going to be Bravo for the main and Charlie for the alternate. So I'll say this is KQKO, the WWQI repeater. Before I start taking check-ins, if there's anybody that would like to change their primary trivia answer based off of the qualification that was given, let's open it up for rechecks for a moment, just in case. All right, nothing heard there. Sounds like everybody's pretty happy with their answer. So, we're going to open it up here. Anyone who would like to check into the BeaconNet that has not done so already, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
AU4VGY, Fred in Avon Park, Central Florida. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that was KF4VGY, is that correct?
Quebec, 4 Bravo Golf Yankee, Mr. Fred in Avon Park, Central Florida, in the Orange Groves.
Copy that, sir. We have you down as Kilo Quebec 4 Bravo Golf Yankee. Just an FYI, sometimes when you connect with your node, if you hold your mic down for a couple of seconds before you transmit. If you don't, sometimes it can cut off the beginning of your transmission, which I think is what happened. But we got you in there, Fred. Appreciate you checking in with us. You're the only check-in we have at the moment. So how you doing tonight, and what traffic do you have for us?
I don't have any traffic. I think this is probably the first time I checked into the network. Just thought I'd jump in here and say hi, and 73's to all.
W8WKY.
All right, sir. Yes, I think it is. I think that's the first time I've heard your call in here. Did you happen to catch our trivia questions or want to answer them?
And what would the trivia question be?
Well, we have two of them. We'll get those read for you, and you can see if you want to throw your answers out to us. So we'll go up to K8VZA Eric, get our primary question read for you, and then we'll go to KI5DAY Alan and get the alternate question. So Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group, this is KE8VZA. So main trivia question tonight, what is the longest mountain range on our planet, not the highest, the longest, that is not underwater? A, the Himalayas, B, the Rockies, C, the Trans-Antarctic Range, or D, the Andes. So what is the longest mountain range not underwater? A, Himalayas, B, Rockies, C, Trans-Antarctic Range, or D, Andes. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right. Thank you, Eric. Let's go. We get on to KI5DAY to get the alternate question read for us. Andy or Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net. Hey, Nick, yeah, it's been a rather strange night in the blue screen, and I don't really have much to say in there, but once in a while I chime in. Hi. Yeah, it's been fun. But I thought, wouldn't it be even more fun if, like, I didn't answer the question and just, like, said, nah, I'm not going to do it, but I guess I'll go ahead and do it. The alternate trivia question is, in the Guinness Book of World Records, the longest earthworm ever recorded in the world when naturally extended was what length? 4 feet 7 inches, B, 20 feet 3 inches, C, 12 feet 5 inches, or D, as long as great Aunt Gertie Cornwallow Bean's deformed earlobes. And boy, were they deformed. But let me let this drop. Keeping in mind, yes, this was the Guinness Book of World Records, so it was in the world. So, in all actuality, it was 20 feet and some change. It was the longest earthworm ever recorded in South Africa. In 1967, they found a giant specimen of earthworm, and it was just over 21 feet in length, naturally extended, and it was about 20 millimeters in diameter, and was found on a road between Alice and King Williamstown. So yes, there was an earthworm over 20 feet long, and that's frightening to think about. You know, wouldn't want that sucker crawling in bed with you, that's for sure. But anyways, with with that, I'll say thanks for playing, and KI5DAY back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. Yeah, we were actually trying to get those read, but that's all right. We were going to go to that next anyway. But we can go back down to KQ4BGY, Fred, and see if he wants to answer the primary question. Fred, take it away.
Yeah, I'm not too much on the mountain stuff, but I would say the Andes Mountain most likely would be the longest or the highest mountain that I'm aware of.
All right, thank you, sir. It goes down there for Bravo. That seems like a pretty popular answer, so you might be right. Let's go ahead and find that out here right now. Go back up to K8VZA, Eric, and let's get that the answer for our primary question read for us. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA with the answer to the trivia question. The longest mountain range on our planet that is not underwater is Delta, the Andes. So the lengths are as follows, if you're curious. The Himalayas stretch 1,500 miles, approximately. The Rockies, about 3,000. The Trans-Antarctic Range, that's a mouthful, about 2,200 miles, and the Andes, 4,300 miles. So actually, the longest one is underwater in the Atlantic Ocean, and it extends for about 10,000 miles. It is the mid-Atlantic range, but I was just focusing on the ones that are actually above water. So anyway, Delta, if you pick Delta, you are a winner. The Andes. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Josh. Yeah, I'm not up on my geography like that. I was originally thinking that it was the Trans-Antarctic Range because I was guessing that part of it was underwater and part of it was above water, and that was why I was thinking that was going to be it. When you specified above water, I'm thinking, well, that can't be it because it's not going to be long enough. That's where I changed my answer. But thanks for another fine question, sir. We always appreciate it. And this is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater, where we've gone through our check-ins. We've got everybody in here. We had a couple of new people pop in. We always appreciate that. And, yeah, we're back to the bottom of our list and about ready to start wrapping things up here. However, as usual, before I start wrapping things up and after we've read the trivia questions, I'm going to reach back out there and see if there's anyone else out there who would like to check in that has not yet and that's maybe standing by and didn't want to answer the question or something. And, yeah, there's usually at least one more straggler out there, recheck, check in, or whatever. So anyone out there that wants to check in or have a comment, please call now.
KSFK. Answer on the longest one was 20 feet. Was that what it was, KSFKV?
City, Oregon.
Victor Yankee 1, Mike Golf Sierra, VY1 MGS, Michael in Whitehorse, Yukon, Canada. Greetings all.
All right, I'm going to take it right there. All right, what I've got here, I got some, all right, so I've got a recheck from KC8FQV. Mark, yes, it was 20 feet, but I'll call on you in a moment. We had VY1 MGS Michael from Canada checking in with us. Always appreciate checking in there. And I think there was another station that doubled with Mark. So if there's another station that I did not call your call sign, please call now.
Net control, Alpha Echo 7 Mike Romeo, Alpha Echo 7 Mike Romeo, Mr. Terry, AE7MR, Junction City, Oregon.
All right, that's the voice I thought I heard. So thanks for checking in with us there, Terry. All right, so first we're going to go up to VY1 MGS Michael and see what he has for us this evening. Michael, take it away.
VY1 MGS returning. Nick and everyone on the net. Currently minus 2 degrees Charlie at 29 degrees Foxtrot, and darkness is encompassing us. Lots of light coming from the sky, it looks like, but quite cloudy, so fairly high diffusion there. We went for a little walk in the forest there not too long ago with the doggos, and had the headlamp, but didn't use it, just bright enough. Doggos have a bit of light on them as well. Great net, so just been listening and enjoying. I would guess D and A. D for mountains and A for worms. What else is going on? Well, trying to chill out a little bit, but I've been working on a David Clark headset conversion project I'm looking to use for some repeater maintenance. And not happy with the amplifier, the preamp we got going here, so looking for something a little bit more appropriate. Low noise. And better put my conversion in a metal box for some sheet metal. But coming along. That's all I got for now. Thanks for taking my check-in. I'll send it back to Net Control from Victor Yankee 1, Mike Golf Sierra 73, yo.
All right. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, it sounds like it's getting pretty chilly up there. Here it's supposed to drop down to the high 20s tonight into tomorrow, so it's not quite that cold here yet. We already have the answers to the trivia question. If you didn't hear them, the answers were actually Bravo for the primary question, the Andes, and Bravo for the alternate question, is 20 feet. I think that's correct. I think the answers are correct. I'm not sure if the letters are correct in my head. But thanks for checking in with us. It's always good to have some new check-ins. And feel free to join us again. We're here every Wednesday and Sunday night. Next, we are now going to go down to AE7MR. Terry, how you doing tonight, Terry? What do you have for us this evening?
Alpha Echo 7 Mike Romeo. Good evening, everyone. Well, what I have is I finally got feeling good enough here in the facility to charge my FT818 up, and I put it against the 9232 self manual tune, and I've been having a ball, and still listening to it and calling out and listening to it and calling out. I've been playing like I was off in the bush somewhere, and had to only do so long at a time, and all that. stuff. I probably ought to grab a minute. But be right back. Alpha Echo 7 Micro. I tend to get a little long-winded since my lungs are feeling better. Just where I need a little bit more, being a little bit more of a windbag. Anyway, I would have it on for about 5-10 minutes to listen. If I thought I heard a signal, then I'd put my call sign out. And then yesterday at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, a station come in real strong, and then he was gone, just like 10 meters always does. And so I've been having a lot of fun with it. I put it on the 10-hour charge, so I got to be good for a little bit. Anyway, let's see. My contact with QRZ is going to be coming back over here on Wednesday and sitting and visiting with me. He's an old new ham. He says my equipment used to be as big as a bread box. Anyway, so we're going to have another visit. Really enjoy having him here. So on Wednesday, back to that before I start rambling off. Alpha Echo 7 Micro Romeo. Thank you for picking it up, and hope somebody heard me out there. And anyway, I was on the air about 5 times yesterday, and I think 3 times today. Alpha Echo 7 Micro Romeo. Back to net.
All right, Terry. Sounds like you're having a good time with some friends and just enjoying ham radio. Yeah, it's good to hear you out there. We're here every Sunday and Wednesday night. I don't know if you're on the Dewdrop in or not. I didn't really see where you connected from, but yeah, some of those digital modes with digital and voice on the repeater, one thing will blow over top of the other one, and that's just how things go with all these mixed modes. But it's good to hear everybody. We have a lot of fun. Have a lot of people here from Ohio, a lot of people from Oklahoma, and various other places around the world in the country. So yeah, check in anytime. Always happy to have you. And that's it. That's me. I'm at the bottom of my list. I'm at the bottom of my net. So I'm going to say on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio, I'm going to break for time for a moment just to make sure I have time for this preamble or post-amble. There it goes. Let it drop for a second. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KE8QWE, AB8MO, KE8VZA, KD8SLG, KD8EPC, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us for the next edition of the Beacon Net, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WAWKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink WAWKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the WWKY repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday. Also, don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KE8QKO, returning the repeater. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to add one more comment in here, since we have a good number of new check-ins, that if you are interested in any of our nets, they all do connect via digital. You're welcome to check in with us anytime. And if you go to whiskey8whiskey-kilo-yankee.org, you can view our club website, and it has a list of our nets, and it has a list of our nodes and all of that. If you ever want to come back and visit, and you didn't catch all the information I put in the preamble, just go to whiskey8whiskey-kilo-yankee.org, and you can see all that information. So, you've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KE8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time, 73 all.
Alpha Echo 7 Mike Romeo claim that the Dewdrop in AE7MR will be off the frequency for the evening. Have a great good day. Alpha Echo 7 Mike Romeo.
KI5DAY, KD2HCE.
Well, howdy, Chris. KI5DAY. Go ahead.
I'm not going to tell you which radio this is, but it's going to take me a second to switch radios, just a second. So I just want to know which radio you prefer the sound to. I'm going to be surprised at the answer. Give me a second.
Okay.
Okie dokie, KD28CE. I'm on the other radio now, and they're the same exact EIRPs. So it doesn't matter which radio I'm on. They have the same output to the repeater at 16 miles.
Okay, is there a door number 3? Hi.
No door number 3. Which one? Do they actually sound the same? Because they're the same brand radio.
And you talk into it, you can hear yourself talk. That way you know you can get 2 feet away from the radio like I am right now.
Okay, so between, you're just doing 2, right? I thought you was doing 3.
Now, 2 Yaesu radios. I'm not going to say which one's which, but one's an 847 and one's
these
a 70
radios got some
with
good audio
31 amp
quality,
behind
and
it.
you really don't need to get close to them. Back in the old days, we had to kind of kiss the radio. But, these newer microphones, you can talk on those suckers, 2 feet away.
I guess that's not you, Alan.
As far as what you're talking on right now, if that's the second option, it is borderline over loud, but it still sounds good. I mean, sometimes if you talk just a little bit louder, it almost seems like it's getting borderline, over-modulated, but I wouldn't say really so much over-modulated because it's not really buzzing or anything or breaking up, but it's just kind of loud. But I don't know, it sounds good to me. The first one sounded good too, but it was definitely almost too low. But I would say I've got my volume right about in the middle of the spectrum for where it can, between 0 and 10 or whatever it is, and sounded pretty good on both of them. I would say my preference for sound would be the first one, but then again, the second one sounds fine too, other than it's just slightly close to too loud.
Okay, second one I turned the mic gain to halfway. That should be equal on both radios now. And one's just using a Sony mic, and one is, again, just using the FT70 mic right on the front panel.
W8WKY.
It's on the microphone. So,
Keeping in mind, I am connected here locally to the RCWA repeater in Claremore, which is about a 20-something minute drive from where I live or so, but it's not that far out there, so I'm connected digitally to you guys up in Ohio. But sounds good on my end for sure. Yeah, I would say leave it right there.
Well, the other radio was the 847. This is the first radio, which is
milliwatts.
the FT70
that ain't a whole lot of power these
with
days.
an old Radio Shack 31 amp into the discount.
No, it's not. I've got one of those Baofeng DM1801s. It's a DMR radio that also does UHF, VHF, and that radio, I'll put it on 50 milliwatts even, or 250 milliwatts or whatever. It goes really down in power. Even on 50 milliwatts, it goes through my dual Raspberry Pi node that my buddy Mitch built for me, and it sounds really well. I mean, I really like it when you can take a radio down that much in power because it keeps a lot of the buzz and stuff out like that. So, yeah, it works good. I had no idea when I got into the Node world if I'd like it or not, but I definitely enjoy Allstar, like DMR. My other Pi and my Node has a DMR on it, and then I have a GMRS Node as well, which I really like GMRS. It's pretty popular here locally, and then I do GMRS live. Over.
GMR also, I chat on it quite a bit. Of course, I'm on the ham net. I love ham operators. The only 2 complaints I get with ham operators, and I've been a ham since 1954, so I'm giving away my age. But they either overmodulate or they give their call letter so fast that you have to ask them 3 times what their call letter was because they have a tendency to rattle it off. And I can't write that fast anymore. Hi.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. That's why I usually get my call sign both phonetically and alphabetically, so it's easier for people to understand it. But yeah, especially when you're on HF, what I don't like, and everybody does it that does contesting, but I don't have to like it because I don't want to. But when they give their call sign on a recording, and there's little to no break in between the time that it calls out for for people to call in. When it says QRZ, it's not even 2 seconds later, and their recorded call out for CQ is going right back into it again. So you feel like you don't have time to get in. So I've learned that when they do the recording thing, right toward the end of when it's speaking, I just go ahead and key up, because if you don't have a chance to get in there. I don't understand that, but I know that's the way everybody does it, but I still don't like it.
It's like it's in a hurry to throw their call letters out there. And, I think we have a time limit. I always give my call letters very slowly, and I'm hopefully that my fellow hammy guys will do the same. Because I was on 10 meters today on 29, what the heck was it, 620 on FM. And I was talking to a guy in Solomon Islands. I was talking to a gentleman in Germany and Venezuela. And they rattled off those call letters. I had to ask them 3 times for their call letters because I couldn't understand them because they rattled it off so fast. So they finally realized that I couldn't understand what they were talking about. So we all worked it out. I'm just a cranky old ham. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. I mean, I've had my license since 2019. Ironically, I didn't get on the air till a year later because I had defective radios and didn't really know who to ask for help. It was just because I had bought 2 Baofengs, and that's all I had, and they had a defect in them. The lot that I had bought, I didn't know it, but there was a missing piece of solder inside, and I found a YouTube video on it, ironically, and this guy was like, "Are you banging your head against the wall because you can't key up on your Baofeng radios? You might have gotten some of the radios that were in a bad lot." Sure enough, that's what it was. And then I got on there in early 2020, and I haven't stopped since. But yeah, HF, it is a little frustrating how fast people give their calls, and foreigners do it a lot. I mean, man, they just rattle them off, and then they throw in the accent with it, and it's just confusing. It's like, slow down, man. It's almost like I need a deciphering tool. But the recordings, I wish they would leave like a 3-second break in between the time that it gives their call sign and reloops and starts calling again. But it doesn't, so you just got to throw it in there really quick. But I have 6 characters for my call sign, and I don't want to change it, even though I'm an extra class. I'm going to leave it just like it is, because everybody knows me by DAY all day long around here. So, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Hey, what I'm going to say, I took my license when I was 15 and a half years old in the FCC building in downtown Boston, and I was petrified that I would not pass, but I did pass, and I did the code thing back before we had internet and before we had satellites, so it was an experience. But my fellow ham guys back in the day, we always try to give our call letters real slow because we knew that most of the gentlemen were bald-headed with cigars and couldn't write that fast.
I'm still here, guys. KD2HC.
Just KQ4BGY, Mr. Fred over here in Central Florida. Did I run everybody off?
No. KR5DAY, KD2HCE.
the victim. Welcome aboard, sir.
Alan is talking on the local repeater, but it's not coming through Allstar, FYI, AI5Q. Ask him to repeat his transmission, see if he can come back to you now.
Come on down.
I don't know what happened there, but I didn't hear anything, and then I heard "come on down," and that's all I heard.
Reach back in here.
Oh, you're back now.
Out of here. Got a couple things I want to get done, but I'm just getting tired. So it's been a long day, and I got up early this morning, but it's been a good day. But I'll say 73 is good talking to you, and I hope you have a good evening and a good week. So I'll say 73 for now, KI5DAY.
Hi, Alan. Thanks for sticking around after the net. Check out my QRZ for all the net times. If you can, stop by Sunday through Friday. 6 Eastern is the rag shoe, 7 o'clock's net time. I'm Tuesday night, so if you can, Tuesday night, I'd like to hear you, because you haven't heard me very often on HF, and you haven't heard me on the new radio yet, so I make it down there pretty good, even when it's still light out. So pop in there if we don't catch you soon. KD2HCE 73.
Alrighty, bud. Thanks again, and have a good night. KI5DAY.
Good night. Well, been a pleasure, sir. Have a good morning coming up. KQ4BGY and the group standing by.
W8WKY. W8WKY.